Here comes that split. It kind of bothers me that it's hitting my face this way, but then again, I am choosing to sit here in front of this window without closing the blinds, so we're just gonna accept it. I'm gonna just have to look like a painting. I'm gonna get right into this by sharing a poem, and then we will speak about it. I accept your presence. You share this space within me, alongside all the good parts I cherish, but you will not rule. You will not usurp the peace I worked hard for. You will not wander these chambers of light, but I will not assign you a dungeon either. You will sleep here in the warmth beneath my life's blood. You will know what softness feels like, to remind yourself of what it costs to keep. You will see that it is cheaper to hold than to condemn. I wrote this poem some time ago. My mom just texted me. I don't remember when, but it was somewhere in the timeline of my life. I was thinking about how every single one of us has a goodness, but how that can also come with a not so goodness. And choosing who wins every single day. Showing up as your best every single day and not allowing the little voices in our head or our impulses to get the best of us, even when we feel like we need to let them out, not as a way to avoid acknowledging them. We acknowledge them, and that's what this poem did, or at least that was my goal with it, by addressing that other side that we all have, but with kindness instead of with disgust. Because the last thing I want us all to do is to look upon all the dark thoughts that we have sometimes and give them more reasons to manifest by hating on them even more rather than speaking to them, trying to understand why they're there. Give them a place to rest, but not within our hearts, you know? I hope any of this is making sense. Yeah, that's what I was speaking on in this. I don't know why I was thinking about that at the time, but my brain does crazy things, so I think about everything all the time, every day. And I just wanted to give it space. I wanted to give it a poem, a very brief poem, which is what this was. If I could speak directly to these darker parts of myself, for example, I would want them to know that they are welcome because they naturally exist amidst all the beautiful things that I think about and that I dream about and that I wish for. Personally, I don't wish ill on myself or anyone else. Now, if you have, if I'm not enabling thoughts of like harming other people. That's not that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the dark things that you tell yourself. And even the things that you say in silence about other people, like, oh, I wish that they could just fail at least once, those kinds of things. Because even that can ripple back onto you. And so just not letting those voices win. But they do exist, and we can't just pretend like they don't. And we can't condemn them. We must also show them that they can be held too. And they can be held softly. Because I feel like if I could materialize my darker side into another me, I wouldn't want to be ugly towards her because she's already the other side. She's already the darkness within me. So it's like, why give her more to feel dark about, you know? So yeah, I don't think I want to share any more about that because I don't want to become confusing to anybody watching this. But that is why I wrote that. I may share one other poem. I'm going to look for it. In the meantime, what did you eat for breakfast? Tell me. I didn't eat anything for breakfast. I don't ever eat breakfast. My body doesn't need breakfast. I never felt the need. Everybody else was always like, not everybody, but a lot of people would be like, "Ah, you have to eat breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day." And I was like, well, I'm already energetic. What am I eating breakfast for? Like what is the point? Granted, I've been fine. My health hasn't failed, so I think I was right in the end. I don't think it's a one size fits all. You know, different bodies work differently. But yeah, I've every time I wake up in the morning, I have so much energy. What is that? There's a dead isopod in a spider web. That's really sad. But I also love that spiders catch all these critters for me because I miss them all. And we have a lot of silverfish here. Yeah, we have those too, but what I meant to say are house centipedes, and those are disgusting. If you don't know what those are, you definitely have seen at least one in your life. Look it up. Google is free. And just toil in fear while you're at it. I'm going to share this one, another poem that I kind of understand, but I need to think about it a little bit more. It is finished. And I do remember when I wrote this. I wrote it in a restaurant in Utah, in the bathroom. I wrote it in the bathroom stall. I don't know why I did that, but again, like I have to write anywhere. Other writers will understand what I'm talking about. Like when you get the thought, you have to get it down immediately, depending on who you are, like I do, or else it will not come back. This is my opportunity. If the idea clicks in my mind, I have to get it down in that moment. I will be mid-conversation, and then I'll tell somebody, like, wait, hold on, I need to get this down. And I'll be like, I'm sorry, like, I genuinely, I'm not trying to cut you off, but I really have this idea, and I just really need to, like, get it down before it leaves. That's how deep it is for me. So, I was mid-crap. I was not mid-crap. I'm just being silly. It was after the crap. And I wrote this literally after I'd flushed the toilet and was just standing there. I had to disinfect my phone after this because bathrooms are disgusting. I know that sounds awful. That's probably the most disgusting thing I've ever said on here. But you know, whatever. My hands are clean. Please cut that out. But yeah, I ended up writing this down and I didn't understand what it was, but I was playing it in my head. It came to me like a song. I just was like singing a song in my head. And I was like, wait, actually, like this is kind of good. I like this. So I had to remember the lines and then I wrote it down. And this is what it is. And again, I don't understand it, so hopefully you do. We didn't get to see the sun before we died like a star does. Running from glory like a river runs from mountains, falling like a star does, exploding into stardust, in the eyes of the world, finding beds in clouds above and earth below. And I don't understand what it means. But that's what it is, so hopefully someone watching this can help me before I figure it out on my own. Tell me what you think about that. Rewind it, read it again, and tell me what you think about that. Because I don't know yet. It'll come to me eventually, but I don't know yet. And I want to see what y'all think. Even if it doesn't make any sense to you at all. Tell me that. Tell me, Alana, this is stupid. Like, this is horseshit. And I will bow down, asking for mercy. I'm so sorry that I created a pile of crap, but we did write this in a bathroom. So, kind of the theme here. I might do one more. Actually, I'm going to end this video because I want to give y'all a short video that you can actually digest. But I am going to film another video after this. But yeah, tell me what you thought. Again, like please comment because I want to have conversations about these things. But obviously only if you have something to say. I'm not going to choke it out of you. Like, I'm not evil now. Like, thank you for watching. As always, and I will see you next time. That is that. Goodbye.